What's up, Capricorn? Welcome to your mid-monthly reading. Let's see what message Spirit has for you from the middle of October for the rest of October. What messages do we have for Sun, Moon, Rising Capricorns? What messages do we have for the sign of Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? All right, I guess we're jumping right into it. You have the Eight of Cups, the Lovers, Four of Wands, the Six of Swords, Fool, Hanged Man, and then you have the Eight of Pentacles. At the bottom you have the Ten of Wands, and at the bottom of that you have the Death card. So a couple things I'm seeing love might be on the brain for Capricorn. That's interesting. But I either see you walking away from a long-term relationship here with the Lovers, right? I see you walking away from the Lovers and the Four of Wands. And I see you moving forward. So some of you might be exiting a long-term relationship and venturing out on your Fool's journey, right? New beginning. And again, I feel like some of you, with the Fool to the Hangman to the Eight of Pentacles, I feel like some of you now that are walking away from a love situation are now focusing on your Pentacles, which seems more like Capricorn's energy for sure. So I do see you guys focusing more on your stability. And this could just be, some of you might have gotten divorced. So this could be, you know, you're coming out of divorce, and so now you're having to rely on yourselves in terms of your Pentacles. Others of you just got out of this long-term relationship and now you're just focusing on work and your Pentacles and how to kind of rebuild your stability. Others of you, opposite, are walking towards love and stability. And this is because no matter what, I see this is the center energy here. You moved forward from a situation. So from a past situation, it doesn't have to be a love situation. It could just be anything, right? And you embarked on this new journey with the Fool. You changed your perspective, and so now what you've really been focusing on is your Ten of Pentacles, and so you released a burden, right? With the Ten of Wands to the Death card, you've released that burden for yourself. And so I see a lot of you really just pouring a lot of your time and your attention into what makes you happy, into what makes you stable, into just I just, that's all I'm seeing is just stability here, right? So some of you have walked away and are now finding like a love situation, right? With the Lovers to the Four of Wands. So you might have met someone who is a genuine match to you. And again, all because you took a chance to move forward. And so some of you might have, I hear like some of you just, you changed your environment, you changed your looks, you changed something, okay? But it was an important piece that you changed. And so because you changed that, you were able to focus more on self and what it was that you wanted to do, right? With the Hanged Man, it's about changing perspective. And so a lot of you kind of were at a crossroads of, okay, where do I go next? What do I do next? What do I need to do, right? So you started really focusing on what your next steps were going to be, and it was calculated. So that, like, you definitely took the time to figure out, okay, what's going to be the best or the next calculated step that I could take in order to give myself this brand new beginning, in order to facilitate not being so burdened. And for some of you, this was a burdening situation, right? Because when you go on a Fool's journey, that tends to talk about someone who goes at something alone. And so a lot of you might have felt alone. But again, you're a Capricorn, right? So you tend to be very grounded. You tend to be very, I keep using the word calculated. So that's how I see it. It's like, no matter what happened to you, it didn't necessarily take you off of being grounded. It just, if anything, it made you more grounded. If anything, it made you more calculated. It made you more strategic in what you were going to do and how you were going to go about it. And same thing, some of you might have met someone at work, and so, you know, you guys pushed forward, and so now you have this very new long-term stable relationship that you're in or that you're going towards. No matter what, you're walking away from something, whether that's love, but if you're going towards it, no matter, even if you walked away from love, you're still walking into a love situation that's going to create more stability, more balance at home. And so again, I see a lot of you walking away into something completely brand new, and it worked out for you because you put the time and the effort to figure out what you wanted that to be. So I see 9 of Cups in my head. So it's like whatever your wish fulfillment was, if it was more of an emotional beginning that you wanted, you gave yourself that, or you're giving yourself that. So whatever that wish fulfillment looks like to you is exactly what you gave to yourself, and is what you are giving to yourself. Let's see, what other messages are there for the sign of Capricorn? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Oh. Some of you started a new job. You have the 2 of Swords, Emperor, 7 of Wands, Magician, 10 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. Some of you were at a crossroads, and again, for some of you, you took the path of healing. You took the path that most people didn't take. So you chose to heal. You chose to ground yourself, put you on a path where you had to make a decision, and now you're kind of like in this Emperor role. So a lot of you are just embodying the Emperor energy of just being. Some of you might be in this controlling energy of you're like, I don't want any external factors to affect anything that I've got going on. And so that's where you grounded yourself. You grounded yourself with this this energy where, again, the Emperor doesn't just get up for anything, doesn't get up for anyone. And so in a lot of ways, you've practiced, I hear like self-control. There's more self-discipline, so much so that you've blocked off people, places, things that no longer resonate with you. And you manifested in a completely new version of yourself, which for some of you, that's what you're embodying right now, right? You manifested this Emperor energy, and you are the Emperor. And so moving forward, because you did that, because you stood your ground, you have the 10 of Pentacles. If you haven't gotten there, you are getting there. Like, this is your goal, right? Some of you, this is your goal. Some of you, this was your goal. And so you manifested a new way of being, a new way of living and thinking. And so therefore you created more balance out of imbalanced situations. And so now it kind of, some of you might have already accomplished this, and now you're in your heads. You're like, what's next, right? So some of you Capricorns might be contemplating love. Some of you might have met a Queen of Cups energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. But I predominantly see kind of like a Pisces energy. So you could be with someone that's like more intuitive, more emotionally, they could be emotionally aloof, but with being that it's a Queen of Cups, like this is someone who knows how to temper their emotions, which works for you. Yeah. And so, or you could have also been with a Knight of Wands. Some of you might have had like a one-night stand with someone, or just like a friends with benefits situation that now it's kind of growing into something more. And this is a blessing. It's a blessing in disguise. If anything, you guys are, the blessing was the person after the hardship and the work. For others of you, part of your financial blessing, because this does talk about your money, part of that financial blessing comes with someone, either a Queen of Cups or a Knight of Wands. So you might be meeting someone who has money, who embodies these energies. And therefore that puts you in a better financial situation, because again, when you interact with people who have mastered the art of what the 10 of Pentacles is, or the 10 of Cups, who's kind of reached that epitome, when you encounter people like that, you tend to take in more lessons, right? So the idea that you might have met someone who already has accomplished what you're looking to accomplish only puts you on this path to further balance out this 10 of Pentacles. And so therefore, now that you have more resources, is what I'm hearing, it kind of puts you in your head, what do you do with those resources? So some of you are looking to see what or who you should be investing your time and money into. And so yeah, those of you that did take a chance, yeah, you're in a new cycle. And if not, you're ending an old cycle and you're coming into a new cycle. Either way, this talks about cycles, and it does put you in your head. Because you're like, okay, where do I go from here? How do I navigate? And again, with the calculated word, I see you guys just being calculated with your next decisions, because I feel that some of you are now in a position where, because you have more to lose. So you're being more creative and constructive, and again, calculated with your next move. Because again, when you have more to lose, you tend to stop and think just a little bit harder about what you're going to invest in. All right, so what other messages do we have for Capricorn? What other messages do we have for the sign of Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? You guys might resonate with the Virgo reading that I just did because you have a lot of the same cards, or a couple of the same cards. But for starters, you have the Five of Wands, Two of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, Empress, Knight of Wands, Four of Wands, and the Nine of Wands. Page of Pentacles, and then under that you do have the Hanged Man to the Fool to the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, it actually gets positive from here. So again, I feel like this just further confirms the previous spread I just did for you. A lot of you are in a new beginning. A lot of you have left behind pettiness, fighting, arguing, debating, and that kind of puts you in your head, because when you leave situations like that, that tells me that you're leaving situations that you've been in for quite a while. So some of you are leaving friends that are petty. Some of you are kind of navigating away from family because you're on this journey right now, right? For some of you, you're in this Knight of Pentacles energy where you're like, okay, what's the fastest way I can make money? What's the most creative way I can make money, right? Because it's still a Knight. So Knights are on a journey of learning. You're learning what money is. You're learning where to invest it. So right now, there's the season of earning and the season of learning. And I feel like for most of you, you are in the season of learning, right? You have a Queen of Swords and an Empress. Some of you might have a baby mama. Some of you might be a baby mama. Some of you might have children. And for others of you, Empress card is here, fertility card. So I see that if you are looking to get pregnant, start a family, it is here on the table. For others of you that don't want that, I would really recommend you take precaution because Empress is here. Next to the Knight of Wands at that. So those passionate encounters might lead to a little bit more than just encounters, right? For some of you, I see that you are dealing with two energies. Some of you could be dating a Queen of Swords and dealing with an Empress, so baby mama. So some of you could be dealing with an air sign, also a fire sign. Or these are your options. So I see that you could be dating someone who does have children. You could be dating someone that's older. You could be the older one. Someone's younger, though, for sure. With the Queen of Swords and the Empress. Some of you might be having issues, right? You just got into a new relationship with someone, and if you do have a baby mama, she's not really entertaining that. So you might be having issues, right? With the Knight of Wands, like there's just a lot of fighting, especially coming with the Four of Wands and the Nine of Wands. Like there's like disturbances at home. So for those of you where this is resonating, where you're having issues with a baby mama, there's not much you can do, right? All you can kind of do is just kind of go through it, go with it. But I am seeing that you are trying to illuminate the best peaceful kind of course of action to take. So you're determined to kind of turn things around. So whether that's turning things around for yourself, which I do see, right? But also as well, what I am seeing is if there is chaos at home, I do see you finding a way, and that way creates a whole new like path for you guys, right? So you find yourself a little bit lighter, a little bit happier, a little bit more grounded, because when things are good at home, things tend to be good everywhere else. And so that's what I see. So if that's been on the brain for you, I do see you manifesting a new way, and things start to turn a little bit. So with the Wheel of Fortune, it's like now you start to kind of see your Nine of Cups, right? So again, I see you just clearing energy wherever it's stuck. So if it's not an at-home situation, it's a job situation, it's a family situation, a friend situation. Either way, you're clearing up energy because you really are on this new journey to manifest your pentacles, to manifest your stability, to be calculated on this new beginning that you have like the foresight for, if you will. Like you have your eye on the prize right now, and so you really don't have time for everything else that comes to block that. And so I do see a lot of you finding a way, but others of you are burdened. But don't worry, you will find a way is what I am seeing, and things will get better. It becomes easier, becomes lighter. People just kind of get over their shit. You know what I mean? All right, let's see. What other messages do we have for the sign of Capricorn? Yeah. Oh, dang. Okay. Queen of Candles, Queen of Wands. There's that Queen of Swords again. The Six of Claws. That's the Six of Swords. The King of Castles, King of Coins. Queen of Castles, right? Yeah. Queen of Coins. The Five of Candles, Five of Wands again. The Ten of Castles, the Ten of Coins. And then at the bottom, you have the Justice card. Sorry. Either you have a slew of women that are in your energy right now that are trying to kind of be the main one. See, like, I see that you have your eyes on this Queen of Candles, right? You have like a Queen of Wands energy. Look, like you're extending your hand. And I feel like you've made a decision. Like, if this is a love situation, you've made a decision on someone that you really want to invest in, right? But again, you have this Queen of Claws here. So I don't know if you're having issues coming out of a relationship, or like maybe you're dating. It looks like you're dating several people for some of you. You're dating several people here, where some energies might be overbearing than others. And so with this Queen of Candles, I see that this is someone that you genuinely want to invest in, but then this Queen of like Claws is in the way. And this could be because with the Six of Swords, it's because this Queen of Swords sees you moving on, right? And you're the King of Candles. Male or female, doesn't matter. Put the energies where they need to. But like, you're embodying a higher frequency. You're embodying a higher ranking type of person, and that could just be because of like where you're going with your pentacles and where you're going with your life path. That I see you attracting all these different types of people. You even have the Queen of Castles here, right? Queen of Coins, like you have a true pair situation. So some of you might be looking in a different direction, right? With this Queen of Wands. So some of you might have met your match, but there's someone else that has your eye, if that's the best way to put that. With the Five of Candles, like this could be causing a lot of conflicts because it's the Five of Wands. So this could be causing a lot of internal conflict. This could be causing a lot of internal confusion. This could even be external, right? So some of you, like, this is drama that's created. Like your people know about each other somehow, some way. And so that's creating drama for you where you don't need it. And that's why you're burdened with it. Well, not burdened, but again, you're still looking at your Ten of Castles, your Ten of Coins. And so how I'm seeing it is, if you haven't met your Queen of Castles, it's because you're entertaining a Queen of Candles, right? So Queen of Wands. So if you haven't met your Queen of Coins, it's because you're entertaining this Queen of Wands. And Queen of Wands are very sexy, sensual, seductive. They look good. And so that's where your energy's kind of drawing towards. But again, like, you might have walked away from a Queen of Castles, right? Someone who was a true pair situation for you, and now you're just kind of going out there and venturing out and seeing what else is out there, and someone has caught your eye. Several people have caught your eye, and that's what's causing problems for you. And so you're just worried that you're gonna end up jeopardizing this Ten of Pentacles. So at the end of the day, with Justice, you might just cut these people off. Like, you might just go, no, this isn't worth the trouble. This isn't worth me losing what I've worked hard for. But there is one here, because look, you have two hands here, right? And then you've got these hands. So you will pick somebody, and it will be the right choice moving forward. And I see you putting all these energies behind you. And like your Ten of Pentacles, you do feel like it is in jeopardy with this Five of Wands to the Ten of Pentacles. So a lot of you could be getting divorced, right? With this King of Castles to the Queen of Castles, it's causing problems in your money situation. But again, justice will be restored. So if you are getting divorced, there's a fair ruling is what I hear. So you may not get everything, she may not he or she may not get everything, but at the end of the day, it's a fair ruling. And so it allows you to move forward with these other options that I see here for you. All right, let's see if there's any oracle messages for you guys, and we'll send you on your way. This was pretty cutthroat for you guys. Again, I just see you focusing on your money, and that's kind of just what you're looking at, and you are looking to move forward, whether that's from a past situation or to a new situation. And so a lot of you are just really following your intuition to a degree, right? So I say that because animal instincts, right? So animal is what I got. Animal instincts, trickster, midnight, and water. A lot of you are feeling some type of way. Again, earlier what I was seeing with that first spread, it's like for those of you that are walking away from love, you're focusing on your pentacles. But at the same time too, those of you that are already like where you want to be financially to a degree, I see you kind of not knowing what to do with your emotions, right? Like tricksters, it's kind of like it's a foreign feeling for you. So you're just kind of like, you're going through the motions. Some of you, this is keeping you up at night. But again, you're trying not to be fooled by what you feel or what you see. You are still trying to be grounded no matter what. So again, that's where this comes in. You're trying to be instinctual. Some of you, you're being too instinctual, right? With that Queen of Wands, like how I was saying. So some of you are in a very lustful energy, and some of you might feel like a fool. Maybe it didn't work out, and you had way more emotions than you thought you would have for this person, but it turns out that person just didn't have those emotions for you, so it keeps you up at night. And you're just kind of like, where did I go wrong? And you kind of feel like a fool because, look, it kind of looks like they're mocking Gizmo and these two characters over here. So at the end of the day, when you're working your way up, right? And we all know this, like when you're working your way up, you tend to gain more resources, you tend to gain more. So that means you have a lot more to lose, right? And so at the end of the day, you really do have to be calculated about the people that you deal with, even if you have an emotional tie to them, right? And I feel like that's where Capricorn kind of comes in, because you have that ability to be stable and grounded, like 95% of the time, 98% of the time, but sometimes it's that 2%, even that 1% that throws you off your balance a little bit. And so for those of you that are experiencing emotional like roller coasters where it just, you're kind of riding that wave, I see you overcoming it. And a lot of it could be too, like I said, some of you could be getting divorced, right? And that takes up a lot of time, that takes up a lot of money, that takes up a lot of energy. And so a lot of you, with that animal instinct to the trickster energy, it's like some of you are up at night wondering like, what the hell? Like I thought I chose the right person. We were building, we built, how are we getting divorced? So a lot of you are just in your head about a dynamic that you felt good to you and it didn't work out. And so a lot of you are left questioning that. But for the most part, your money's good. Like I said, if you are going through a divorce or even through a legal situation, the ruling will be fair. So I don't see you guys losing money. I just see you losing time and energy because you're fixated on what either hasn't worked or you're just fixated on your money and how to protect it. And so that's what I'm seeing for you, Capricorn. Hopefully this helped. If it resonated, I'll see you guys on the next one.